Here's a tip in photography. If you're dealing with an individual that is a little bit heavier, like myself, I mean, let's be honest, I look like a young version of Danny DeVito, maybe slightly taller. Instead of like having them sit regularly, use this to block their girth. They'll look a little thinner, have them lean out, they look way better. So there's your photography tip for the day.
Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is now 8 a.m. and you are listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And we've got another great show for you guys as well. We got a lot of news to talk about today. We've got our boy Bob on from Aurora Business United today to chop up a new initiative and talk about what's going on in the city and what's to come as well, and share with us some marriage advice. How about that? Marriage tips. And just like that, it's Dr. Phil today. But first off, I want to give a couple of big shout outs. I want to shout out Mona Bella Catering. Very cool. Mona Bella Catering has a, if you go to our Facebook page, we posted a holiday catering menu item and initiative that they have to donate and help sponsor families with meals. Very good meals and a lot of really good food. So shout out Mona Bella Catering. Also want to give a shout out to Support Tex. Ron and Melinda, thank you very much for all the help, love, support, and the dedication and patience that you've shown to Good Morning Aurora. We really appreciate you guys out there. All right, first things first, remember the application for the Aurora CRB, very big and very important. We're not going to let that go by the wayside. The Aurora CRB is, those applications are online. And the final date to submit the application will be Tuesday, December 22nd. Go online, take part, apply, join the discussion, and join what's going on with that. The Aurora Civilian Review Board initiative and idea was created after all of the rioting and everything in the wake of George Floyd's murder. And the mayor has final decision over who gets elected, so he'll have the final say. But please take part in the process and apply to join the Aurora CRB. That's a Civilians Review Board. All right. Shout out to Roland Food Catering, Roland Food Service, 115 Oak Street in Aurora. Once again, they're delivering 1,000 hot meals to healthcare workers over the coming weeks, and that's part of their Feeding the Frontline initiative. So Rush, Advocate, and Amita Medical Centers are some of the places that they've been going to, and this is, again, to honor and donate and support our first responders, hospitals, and healthcare facilities. Shout out to Roland. And also, let me tell you about the menu. Roasted chicken, garlic potatoes, and a vegetable medley or vegetable lasagna. Sounds good. Roland's has really good food, too. So if you've never been there, I definitely encourage you to check it out. It's a really cool place. So if you just go, so you take New York Street going south. No, that would be New York Street going west. Take New York Street going west through downtown. You cross over Lake Street, and then you go up to the stop sign right there. That's Oak Street, where what's that? Don's Grill or Don's Diner, whatever the hell it is. Don's Sandwich Shop, whatever that is, that old school place. Take a right there, and it's right there on your right hand side, right across the street from that school, whatever school that is. All right. Saturday the 19th, so that's coming up this Saturday. Remember, Faith Lutheran Church is having their annual church nativity scene. The public is invited. Admission, parking, and refreshments are free, and there will be traditional carols, hot chocolate, cookies, and a petting zoo. You can't go wrong with a petting zoo. So, shouts out to Faith Lutheran Church. There's a bunch of faith organizations that are doing some really great things for people coming up here in this month of December going into the holidays. And another bunch of good ones are New England Congregational Church, Temple B'nai Israel, and Wesley Flowing Forth United Methodist Churches. And that's going to be taking place on Monday next week, the 21st, from 6 to 6:30 p.m. They're hosting something called Light Up the Night, Candlelight and Community. So bring candles. Neighbors are going to pick a location. Faith communities and nonprofits are all coming together to stand in unity and silence for 30 minutes. And this is just bringing awareness to so many things here in our city. So shouts out to all of those great faith organizations. We appreciate all the hard work that they do. Don't forget, register your business by December 31st. In the age of COVID-19, the need for highly accurate communication and life safety data has never been more critical. So you have to register your business. By registering your business, you're contributing to the continued success and safety of your employees, patrons, and fellow businesses. The city has passed what's called the GBRO, GBRO. Ooh, you like that? The GBRO. I like that. That's the new thing, GBRO. And GBRO stands for the General Business Registration Ordinance, okay, requiring all entities conducting business within city boundaries to register with the city of Aurora. Shouts out to the city of Aurora, and we posted the link to the registration process. It's very quick. It's on our Facebook page. Please get that done. Trains are the stars of the show this holiday season in downtown Aurora. Aurora Express, a downtown-wide holiday window theme featuring trains and other modes of transportation from yesteryear to today, is in full steam ahead throughout the season. Over 30 storefronts are decorated for the theme, from nods to Star Wars and the Polar Express to large-scale paintings of the Burlington Zephyr that rode through Aurora starting in the 1930s. Downtown windows festively feature ways to get around and honor Aurora's deep train history. Aurora Downtown provided grants to businesses for them to hire local artists to paint the windows. More than a handful of artists were hired for window displays. Local photographers and poets were also asked to submit work that could be seen online and in storefronts. Visitors to Aurora Express are encouraged to download a virtual map of participating storefronts from Aurora Downtown's website. Several businesses are offering specials for the month of December as part of Aurora Express. Videos available on the website feature Aurora train history and engineering. Aurora Downtown partnered with SciTech Hands-On Museum on videos that explore train wheels and a Model A Ford. All right. Shouts out to Aurora Downtown for putting on such a great event. Shouts out to Tracy Duran, a great friend of the show, for all the fascinating Aurora history in regards to trains that she was able to discover. And if you're not familiar with Tracy Duran, please check her out. And her, you know what, I got to get what her website is, but I'll make sure that that gets shared. So keep up with our Facebook page and our Instagram, because we're going to share her website to make sure that folks give her a whole lot of triggity traffic. All right. Oh, and also shouts out to friends of the show and talented artists, Jen Ingram. Huge shout out to a great friend of the show. Also, Joshua Schultz and Rebecca Axtell, wonderful, dear, great friends of the show. And shouts out to the entire, from top to bottom, front to back, Aurora Public Art Commission. Jen Evans, Matt, so many names. Catherine, all y'all, Kate, all of us. Squad goals, baby. All right. And last but not least, this Sunday, We Do It For the Kids is hosting their 7th annual toy giveaway. It'll be from noon to 2 p.m. and it will be behind Dakari To Go in the parking lot. Dakari To Go is the old Spizzico, if you guys remember that. So, shouts out to We Do It For the Kids. They'll be out there. No ID, no registration is required. It's first come and first serve until the toys are gone. So this is something that's very positive and beneficial for the community and for the youth. So please take part in that. The flyer with the details for the date, time, and location will be shared on our Instagram and Facebook page. So yeah, shouts out to We Do It For the Kids. I'm really proud of what they're doing. We really like that. It's really a good thing. All right. The weather at the moment is 30 degrees. It's cold as hell outside. The high temperature today will be 34 degrees, and that'll be reached at around 2 p.m. So, yeah, bundle up. It's time for the fly gear. Turtlenecks, Timberland boots, all that good stuff. Okie dokie. And I want to give a couple of more pieces of information for you guys because they are also relevant and very much needed. Want to say a quick thank you to the VNA Healthcare. The COVID-19 Community Testing Center is open, but it's by appointment only. We're going to be posting this with the locations and hours. There's different locations that you can go to. Aurora, Carroll Stream, Elgin, Romeoville, Bensonville, and West Chicago. Individuals may be assessed by a VNA doctor or nurse practitioner immediately prior to COVID-19 testing during the same appointment. So this can be, you're able to access their services either with insurance or without insurance. So I'll make sure that we post this for you guys so that you can take part in this if you or someone you know needs to get a COVID-19 test. All right. Shouts go out to the CAN Network, CAAN. Once again, they have a Christmas toy drive going on. Donate unwrapped toys or adopt a family. The drop-off location is Java Plus, 1677 Montgomery Road in Aurora. And that is going until the 20th. And the 20th is, what day is the 20th? Sunday. So, yeah, shouts out to the CAN Network and shouts out to a dear friend of the show, Mary Foltz. All right. And last but not least, this time for real, last but not least, Elf Behind the Shelf. Shouts out to the Kane County Sheriff's Office. Shouts out to a friend of the show, Judy Dawson, for all the great stuff that the Sheriff's Department is doing. Elf Behind the Shelf is a way for you to donate and stay behind the scenes. All donations go to Pads of Elgin and Mutual Grounds Domestic Violence Shelter. The drop-off location is at the King County Sheriff's Office, which is at 37 West 755 Illinois Route 38 in St. Charles, Illinois 60175. Shouts out to St. Charles. Shouts out to the King County Sheriff's Office. Shouts out Ron Hain, Judy Dawson, the whole staff. Deputy Demeter, all y'all, friends of the show. It's more than a podcast, y'all. All right. And with that, that is the news. Why did you get into the entertainment field?
Well, that's a great question. You know, my journey kind of started off with Luigi's Pizza and Fun Center, and I was doing marketing and advertising, and I was kind of thought it was fun. It's something interesting, different, and, you know, when I started, I thought, oh, we're just gonna like have kid parties and, you know, make their experience, you know, fun. You know, like you see that in Disney and things of that nature. And let me tell you, in the about 5 years or so I've been in the industry, it has really changed the way I look at things. It really almost could be almost an essential service because, first off, you only get one 10th birthday. You only get one 11th birthday, 12th birthday, whatever. So that's a really critical time. And, you know, as a photographer, I understand time and I understand like history and things of that nature. But watching those kids light up and get so excited, you know, just recently I was at the facility that I manage and run, and the mom said, "Today's your birthday," and it was kind of like a surprise party, and he had no clue. And this little kid got so excited. He goes, "It's my birthday? You did this for me?" And he got so excited, and he just like was overwhelmed, but just in excitement, and that we never can get back, and that's really important. So yeah. Not just though for the fun stuff and the exciting stuff, but some of the sad stuff as well. And there's, you know, there was one particular time that really switched me, because I loved photography. I love video, I love marketing, I love all that stuff. And I will tell you the story that there was a guy that I knew. I filmed him actually. He did band and stuff, and I said, "Dave, what's going on? How you doing?" You know, just the general manager stuff, like, "Hey, come on in," you know, welcoming everybody. "Oh, good, doing good." I said, "What brings you in?" "Oh, it's just somebody's party or birthday." "Oh yeah, my daughter and the kids or whatever." Blah blah blah. I said, "Oh, good." And he goes, I said, "How's everything else going? How's the band? You know, just whatever." And he kind of does one of these, and he kind of leans in. And I'm like, oh boy, here comes like an off-color joke or something I'm going to have to laugh at or whatever. And he goes, "Well, I'll be honest, we're here because my daughter has stage 4 cancer, and we don't know when she's going to go.
Wow.
And we want to create memories. Now, Dave, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You know, what do you say to that? That wasn't in the manual.
Right.
So, gave him some soda, whatever. Comes back 2 weeks later, and I'm like, Dave, I haven't seen you in forever. I see you twice a month. What's going on? And he goes, we lost our daughter.
Damn.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry. He goes, I just wanted to bring the kids back because they wanted to come back here because they had fun.
Wow.
So we turned on mini bowling for them,
Mhm.
and we did some laser tag. And to watch those kids laugh and smile and play after they lost their parent, their mom, just 24 hours ago. I was like, that's it, I'm all in.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I mean, you remember escape room days.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the experience of entertainment and its value to people, I totally understand.
Yeah.
I get it.
I think, but I don't think people do. I think the average person, and we were talking about this offline, I think they just think, oh, how hard is this? Just throw up some paint on the wall, create a little story, and
Nah.
rinse and repeat. Oh, no. That's not-
No. That's what you think. Yeah. I'll tell you a funny story. Well, it's not a story, it's an observation, kind of like yours. I realized something. You know, the escape rooms had the percentage of success. So, like, the crime scene was like, I think 39 or 40% success rate, right? And you get people, you get like kids, you get like people who've never been to an escape room before. They go in and they may lose horribly. And you go, if they lose, you know, knock on the door, you go in, show them where they messed up, and it's like they're happy as shit after losing. It's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the whole package.
Right.
Like, they don't care that they lost. They never seen, you push, you know, you pick up the shoe and the trap door opens. Like, they never saw nothing like that. So, I had a guy one time, I think he was divorced or something like that. He had kids. The wife, the lady that he had was not the kid's mom.
Okay.
Or some shit. So we're there, we're talking, a little small talk. Girl, the lady and the kids go to the bathroom. So it's me and homeboy there. So he starts talking. You know, he had little play things on the desk.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we start talking. How you doing, man? Oh, he's like, oh, I'm all right, man. You know, just trying to do something to bring us all together. I was like, well, you got a nice family. He was like, well, you know, this is my new wife or some shit like that. We're all coming together, hang out with the kids, this, that, and the other. They kind of don't like her. He was the candidness of this man. He said that. That's a quote. He was like, they don't like her. And I was like, oh, that's cool and shit. And
Yeah. Well, how do you say? Oh, really? Well, let me tell you. There's a reason they don't like her.
right. So they go into the room. I'm watching them on camera.
Yeah.
Nobody's really interacting with the chick. You know, dad is talking to, you know, his new wife and shit. Oh, honey, you so smart. The kids are doing this and that, but they're not coming together.
Right.
The kids are talking to dad, but they're not talking to the new wife. So I guess I can give it it doesn't exist anymore, but you remember in the crime scene
Yeah.
where, like, if you once you pulled the cord in the drawer, in the one little drawer, the big drawer opens up with the money.
Yeah.
Okay. It was the wife, the new wife, who found that part. Okay. Now you remember that was like the biggest shebang in that room.
Yeah.
They all messing up. The kids messing up. Dad's an idiot. The new wife, she boom and did it. And when that happened, that sealed the deal. And then they start working together as a team. Yeah. They ended up losing. It was a great family. Anderson, shout out. Well, shout out to the dad, whose name is Anderson. The dad and the kids.
The Andersons are listening and they'll be like, when did we go?
Yeah.
All the Andersons in the world out there.
But they ended up losing. And when I went into the room, knock on the door, go into the room, like, I opened the door, they all high-fiving with the wife and shit. Like, they lost.
Yeah.
They lost horribly.
But
they didn't even get close to they had mad steps to go before they actually could possibly win.
Right.
and they were watching the clock go down. They lost, but when I came in the room, they were like hugging and shit. They're like, "Oh yeah, man, when you got that, hell yeah!" And then the family, we take the family picture at the end.
Sure.
In the family picture, you can't see, or you could not see any of what I saw when they came in. The separation and not want to talk to each other. It was all, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing with entertainment. To your point. Yeah. That's the value that entertainment has. Yeah. Like, you can be happy even if you lose, because it's all about the experience.
You're so right. And
yep.
I mean, like I said, it's amazing, and you know, like I said, I love it. It's so much fun. You know, and there's just, I mean, there's other things that we were able to do in like the Henry Pratt situation,
right?
You know, and stuff like that. I mean, there's so much stuff that like we have as leverage that we can offer comfort to people. You
offered, see, that's the thing about the Henry Pratt thing. Now, this is a little bit different though, because you were in the entertainment business. I was too, but you were able to provide your service of entertainment as a comfort after Henry Pratt. I didn't do that with the escape room. I mean, we were out there by the mall and shit like that.
Whole different, I mean,
whole different thing.
We were in the wrong place, or right place, wrong time. I don't know, you know, whatever.
But when Henry Pratt happened, I volunteered for Valley Doll had a appreciation for law enforcement kind of thing or something like that. Yeah. First responders, all that shit. There was mad cops, like there was cops there and firefighters from Berwyn all around. Illinois was represented. There was cars. I seen dudes with Elburn, fucking Skokie.
When at our facility at Luigi, there was FBI, there was ATF. I mean, like, I didn't even know these people existed here in this part of the world. You know, it's like it was crazy. I've never seen anything like it at all.
Right.
That was that's a day I will never forget. You know,
Henry Pratt Day.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. Friday, right before the president weekend, and it was in February, and we were getting ready to launch a big promotion, and in the closing that day.
See, this is where the conversation gets interesting. Okay. The Henry Pratt incident was, at least for people in Kane County, Aurora, and yada yada. Well, there was the Delnor Hospital thing. I think a guy barricaded himself in Delnor Hospital. Yeah. Is that Geneva or whatever, or Randall or some shit, something like that.
And there was also an air traffic control thing too. Somebody trying to burn down the air traffic control.
Okay, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Well, at least in recent memory, the Henry Pratt shooting was one of those incidents where even the most vociferous opponents of police had to shut the fuck up and realize, like, yo, that's it's beyond the pale. Yeah. There's no but. There's no caveats to be given. That's interesting. That's interesting.
It really was, and it was. I mean, just in how. I mean, they really executed everything so well. I think. Well,
that's the value of training.
Yeah, it really is.
That's the value of training.
That's what the chief said. We play like we train. And they I remember they lined up a bunch of ambulances in front of our doors because we just had all those windows. And I had asked him, "Why did you do that?" And he goes, "In case somebody shoots, hit an ambulance." I'm like, "That makes sense." Like, so they fortified with ambulances our restaurants. I thought that was just really pretty interesting.
I remember the cops came in. Some cops came into Escape Strategy one day, right? Yeah, this was a good one. I had just opened, So it was, whatever time in the afternoon, like 4 o'clock, whatever the fuck it was. Remember, the bathroom was in the back, down the long hallway.
Yeah.
Open the front door, unlock it, turn the alarms off. It's just me. I don't have on this particular day, I didn't have a group for a while. I go to the bathroom. This was when the sensor in the damn ding dong for the door, that battery went out. I had yet to replace it.
Of course.
So, but I've been, I'm from the hood. I get the willies, you know what I'm saying? My spider sense just starts tingling, right? So now I'm
You don't
like,
even think to lock the door? I mean, like, you're the only one in the facility.
no. If this was like, Cicero at 10 o'clock at night, I would do it. But this, this was right across the street from the mall.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom, come out. Now I'm walking up. I'm like, yo, somebody's in this building.
Yeah.
Walking to the front, there's like 2 cops there, right? I'm like, how can I help you? And then, they're like, no, we just, was driving by and seen this place, and I wanted to see what it was about. Checked you out on Google and all that shit, and see you guys during the escape room and all that. So I gave them the little flyers, and I was like, yeah, man, we do this, that, and the other. Took them on a little tour and shit. And then the one cop was like, he said, what do you guys do for birthdays and everything? He was like, my daughter's gonna be turning like 11 or whatever it was. I was like, oh, we do cool shit. You know what I'm saying? So we can hook you up. And that's what started us to do packages for birthdays, where I was doing like exclusive parties, because he was like, I'm gonna bring my daughter. She got a lot of friends, but you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be like 12 of them. Do we got to play with other people and shit like that? Now, he wants to do 12 people, which is 4 people in each room. So I could be, I could get more people and make more money, but nah. No. I know what he wants.
Wants to rent the place out.
I know what he wants.
Yeah.
He wants to see if he can have his cake and eat it too. So I'll tell you what we will do, officer. Why don't we do this? Bring your 12. Shut it down for you. You want to have a little food or something like that, you can do what you want. And that's exactly what happened. Lock the doors for him. Block the schedule out. 2 of the groups lost, 1 won. You couldn't tell in the pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People are chilling.
Right.
That's the thing.
And I bet you because of that, I bet you got a ton more business. I bet you all those little kids said, I want my next party here.
Yeah, it got popular with law enforcement. It did.
Yeah.
Like it got popular with law enforcement. The
Because
interesting
they
thing
like to
about
try to figure out stuff. I mean, let's be completely honest. That's kind of their deal.
it is, but the thing about cops or members of law enforcement, I should say, like when they're alone, they're a lot more like when they come with their families and they're in just like jeans and a t-shirt, Saturday morning type of family shit, that's when they're a lot cooler. If they come like 5 of the boys, they hang out sometimes, a bunch of guys who are cops or date night, 3 guys who are cops and then their wives, that's when it's like, that's when they're kind of stupid, and kind of like arrogant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I've noticed that. Like when they got the wife and kids, they're cool. They're not being a jerk because they can't count. They can't do 15 times 15. Right. You know what I'm saying? But but like when they're with their boys and shit like that, then they're like, then they think something's wrong, or they think I cheated them, and so, like.
I feel like that's probably all of us. It's not limited to cops. Let's be completely honest.
Nah, it is.
They're like, wait a second. Well, you can't do 15. I mean, I'll be honest. I can't do math without my little gadget. So I mean, like,
people can't do math without the calculator.
Yeah.
They can't.
Yeah. It's a sad situation.
So today's your anniversary.
Yes, it is. Ladies, I've been off the market for a while. I know. I've got to beat them off with a stick.
Damn.
No.
Johnny Depp. Fuck.
Yeah. No, 19 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's the secret to being married for 19 years?
What's the secret to being? Well, as soon as I find it, I'll share it. That's a great question. I think, my wife puts up with a lot. All my random adventures, and I'm not. I'm stable, but
right.
I'm not stable. Like I mean, I've been in done a lot of different things and stuff like that. So she puts up with those shenanigans, if you will. So,
Right.
And we also have a little bit of an old school kind of relationship. It's
What do you mean by old school?
well, because I mean, I do dishes and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of times, I mean, it's she does more of the housework and she goes to work or whatever, and I go to work, and we kind of like pick up the random stuff as we go,
Right.
So, but it's a little more old school, I guess.
How'd you guys meet?
We met in church. Actually,
that's the secret.
yeah, exactly. So, I'll tell you this. I got her number. I'll tell you how I got her number. The slyest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Back in the day, I was one of the few people that had cell phones, and she had a cell phone too. You got to remember, this is Nokia days. Remember the Nokia playing Snake on your phone?
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh my God, yeah. T9.
Yeah, exactly.
It would take like 45 minutes to text somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And so she lost her phone in the truck, and with the group of us, I said, "Well, what's your number? I'll call it."
Right.
And she goes, "Oh, that'd be great." So I punched in her number, and I happened to save her number.
Right.
She gave me her number.
Right.
So I called her a couple days later. I'm like, "Hey, we want to get together." Blah blah blah. She goes, "How'd you get this number?" I'm like, "Well, you gave it to me on the truck, on the bus, or whatever." She goes, "Oh." I don't think she expected me to call her.
Nice.
So that's the thing, and I think she wasn't really interested in me because she's a little taller than I am, and I was too short, and but eventually I wore down.
Church.
Yeah.
I met like one girl in church, and like it was cool, but I don't think her mom liked me. And in retrospect, because like my mom always told me, like, you can find a good girl at church. She was like, but you gotta go to church. I was like, okay. So I went to church and start talking to some chicks and shit like that. But like, the problem I've always had my whole life. I told you, I don't have a poker face. Like if I'm not feeling it, or if I'm like elsewhere, like I can't even.
Yeah.
So we're all sitting around, and it's like, Curtis, what do you think about what Job said? It's like, I'll be honest with you, ma'am, I didn't even read Deuteronomy.
Well, listen, not to lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't want to break one of the commandments on the docket here.
Right. Like I'm just, I didn't read that part. But I'll tell you this. The one thing I did learn about relationships, at least in the context of people of faith and going to church and things like that, is that it may be one of the few places to meet somebody where, I mean, you really gotta, there's no ambiguity there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like, I mean, you can go to a bar or a club and meet somebody, and, oh, I'm in school for cosmetology and shit the next morning. You never know.
Yeah.
I'm in school for cosmetology, but, I live at my boyfriend's dad's house.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Church eliminates all of that.
Yeah.
Because everybody there is pretty much upstanding, even if it's not the best story in the world.
I'll tell you, I hope, and I wish that would change a little bit because it shouldn't be church is for everybody.
It is. It is.
And that's the funny thing. It's like it's interesting you said that because, of course the good people go there, but it's really for everybody, good, bad, indifferent.
What do you think happens when you die?
Well, I believe there's only two places you can either go, heaven or hell. I mean, super simple. And
but that's when Judgment Day comes. Right? What happens when you die?
Welcome to the.
The time is now 9. Boy, you crazy.
Wow, look at that.
Oh shit!
My,
the show ends on a positive note.
Oh You just lost all your followers.
Right.
But you've gained more in heaven.
Right. Yeah.
Kidding.
This show is morbid. Damn.
No, when you like, repeat the question if you don't mind. Like,
What do you think happens when you die?
when you die, I think you go on to another life, honestly.
Reincarnation.
No, not reincarnation. I think your soul goes on either to heaven or hell. And I know it's super simple, super like.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, it's like a light switch. You know, there's no backseats.
No thanks.
You know, once in a while, occasionally.
I got dibs on heaven.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
Oh man. Yeah.
so
it's-
you're gonna get a lot of pastors writing. I know. I'm just saying, just to, like.
Well, that's the beauty of Good Morning Aurora. It's a place for open dialogue.
Exactly.
You know, you don't have to have an ideological tether. Good Morning Aurora has shown from day one to now that we will cover and give a platform and an outlet to anybody, so long as you're doing something good and positive for the community.
That's true. Yeah,
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, we've literally had one of the people yelling, defund the police on the show 2 days after we had the North Aurora Police Department. We don't play like that.
Yeah.
If you got the balls to stand in front of in traffic and hold that sign, then you should have the balls to come on the show and tell us about why. And at the same time, if you got that in you to march and let your voice be heard, then certainly
Right.
you can listen to what the other side has to say, right? That's what it's all about,
I
baby.
think that's fair. I think that's absolutely fair.
Yeah. I tell you about the Ron Haynes story.
No.
All right. So this is back before we were doing videos, right?
Yeah.
Ron Haynes comes on. My old engineer at the time, Nick, his sister plays guitar, and she did a couple of like, law enforcement bashes and balls and things like that. You sing and all that. So Ron Haynes comes in. He sees Nick, the engineer. He's like, "Oh, shit, I know your sister. Okay." Sal, my boy, Sal's down there. Old school Good Morning Aurora from day one. Sal knew Ron. I think they were on like the same like volleyball team. Somebody was on a volleyball team or something like that. So now it's like now we cool as a family.
Yeah.
So we're talking, great discussion. I posted the picture of Ron Haynes after the interview.
Sure.
Somebody following us on Instagram, one of these, I'm not going to name the page out because I like what they stand for and they're posting. It's social justice,
Sure,
it's
sure.
equality, all that. It was about, it was the next morning, like 7:30 I woke up, and I see they wrote underneath Ron Haynes' picture, typed in there on the comments, "Fuck 12, fuck the police, yada, yada, yada."
Oh,
I was infuriated.
of course.
I was infuriated. You know I was mad about that? Not because of what I just said, where like I was mad. The balls it takes to write comments
Right.
on some nasty shit. But I thought, Ron Haynes got daughters. He's got a family. People, look, I don't want his, they're coming to check out, "Oh, my dad was on a podcast," and they go and see that.
Yeah.
So I wrote back to the dude. I said, "That's weak. That's cowardly. Don't leave profane comments on our shit like that. We got all kind of
Did
cool
you say it
people
like that? Don't leave
in
profane
that
comments on our shit like that.
in that exact cadence and tone. Typed it though. I'm like, if you got something to say, let's work out a date. We can have you on the show.
Wow.
I'll have you on via Zoom. But don't leave comments like that on our shit. We got young people we come in contact with. We're trying to show something different." So it was like 7:45. By this time, I was like, the comment will stay there till 9 o'clock a.m., then I'm going to remove it. And then when 9 came, I removed it. And then the page wrote back like, "Oh, you know what? My bad. Ooh, I feel bad. Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah." And that's the kind of shit that's what it's all about.
Yeah. No, I mean I think that's something that I think people do forget. Like, they still see they have a family, they have this, they have that. I think that's something that a lot of people miss or don't think about.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. That shit is not cool. So what's your next adventure?
Well, I'm excited to announce that I'm the new owner of Windy City Game Theater.
Okay.
And, I've got a partner, and we're going around and doing parties in the game truck and all that kind of stuff. And let me tell you, it's been, no pun intended, quite a ride.
Right.
Just like in a week, because we bought it last week, and we were getting ready to launch and promote and talk about it. And the next day, we were robbed.
Damn.
And that was tough.
Where'd this robbery happen?
It happened up at Schaumburg. We were in a secure lot. Obviously not super secure because
Right.
got hit. And 5 other trucks got hit, or RVs as well. And they took all the new Xboxes, all the PlayStations, the quad screen. We had this thing called the squad screen, and you could play 4 players on one screen. It was cool. They took all that. They left some of the old Xbox 360s and a couple Wii's, but they took the Switches, the Nintendo Switches. They took a TV off the TVs. These televisions were so heavily mounted, they can only take one of our 7. But it makes it tough. So,
Do you think it was an inside job? Or you don't want to answer that question?
because it's currently under investigation, no, I don't. I would hope it wasn't.
Well, we
but,
could, yeah.
I mean,
We ain't got to answer
never
that.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm letting the police do their job. Let them investigate. But it's a pretty new facility. I mean, and it's interesting. The cameras didn't have infrared. They didn't have the lots monitored via camera, which I thought was interesting.
It is interesting.
So, so I'm not saying anything one way or the other, but it's it was just a total kick in the kneecaps because, like I said, we bought it Wednesday, and my partner and I were all excited. And this truck, I mean, it's older, but it's worn, it's loved, it's good. It's still got a lot of life in it. And like I said, the next day I called all the customers that the previous owner forwarded all these people that were looking for reservations. I booked a party for the 16th, this Wednesday. And it's like, no. And the thing is the owner canceled his insurance. Our insurance didn't start till the following day. And then the lot had no insurance. There was no insurance on the lot.
So it was literally
It was one
the
day.
worst 24 hours.
Yeah.
The most inconvenient 24-hour window ever.
Yeah. So, we started a GoFundMe page so to help with some of the cost, because I only had so much saved up for vehicle and to buy the business, so I didn't have enough to,
Right. Damn.
I wasn't expecting on that cost. Everybody thinks, oh, you're making all this money. They don't ever see some of the back end costs.
They never do.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
We were
think.
talking about that off camera.
Yes, we were. Yeah, people, they look at the Instagram and they just think it's all cool shit. Like,
Yeah.
nah, you don't fucking understand, son. The
Yeah.
money, the time, the sweat, and sometimes even if you got money, it doesn't necessarily mean that what you're trying to do is going to work out for you.
Right.
Man.
So, but I know it's going to be. I know 2021 is going to be awesome. We're going to get this thing up and running. So it's just going to take a few extra weeks. And but when it goes, I mean, this truck's pretty dope.
Yeah. How big is it?
It is one of the biggest game theaters in Chicago. It's 28 feet long.
Okay.
But it's high ceilings. It's,
Right.
It's pretty solid. So we have now we have 6 TVs, but we'll have 7 TVs.
Right.
Nice long bench. I'll send you some photos. You can put them on.
Yeah, definitely.
So and see, and it's like I said, it's pretty cool.
So it'll be good for folks in contact. You have the game truck come up, private parties.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's all private parties. So these are typically kids, but adults. You know, you want to play different things, and we have internet, so we can you can host, you know, your favorite battle royale games like Fortnite or
Right.
you know Apex or whatever. I like those games too, so that's kind of fun. Like I like playing those games.
Nice.
Which is interesting because we're like, well, you're a grown man. You shouldn't like video games. So like, well,
Nah, I like Call of Duty.
yeah,
I'm
like,
always, yeah.
You're a grown man. You still play with the ball, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like what's, you know.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't know. I just
I'm good for like 30 minutes of killing people on Call of Duty. It's,
yeah.
Man.
Are you playing Black Ops or the?
I mean, I haven't played in a long time, but like, I mean, I'll show you how long ago it was. The last version I played was Black Ops 2, I think it was.
Have you played the? Isn't it crazy how this podcast just went from like religion to like video games?
It did,
Like,
right? What do you think happens when you die?
exactly.
Call of Duty.
Well, the great game master in the sky says,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to be reprogrammed. No, but have you played the Battle Royale at all? Warzone. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. So you can just download it and play online. It's pretty solid.
Is it Call of Duty?
Yeah. Call of Duty has a Battle Royale game.
So it's just in the App Store or the PlayStation Store?
PlayStation Store. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Call of Duty Battle Royale.
it's like I think it's called. It's not. I think it's called Warzone or something
Okay.
like that. But it's free, and they took a page out of Fortnite. Fortnite's the most successful, but PUBG was the one that started it all off of these battle royale games.
Yeah, people have asked me, but I've heard about PUBG before.
Yeah, and you know, you buy the battle pass for $10, and you get all these extra skins and
Yeah.
you know all that kind of stuff. And
I used to love Call of Duty, man. That was my game.
really,
Oh yeah. As soon as I get spawned, as soon as the game starts, I find a good place and just start sniping and killing. I love it. Then if I can, kill about 2-3 people, get out of there, and then go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Cool game, man.
well, good thing you went to the Navy, not the Army. That'd be more concerned. I'm kidding. I got love for both.
So the time is now 9:15 a.m. Damn, we went there today.
We went a little over.
We went a little bit. The show ends on a positive note. What do you want the people of Aurora? What's the message for the folks of Aurora going into Wednesday?
I think the message is play the hero card, not the victim card. Be the hero.
I like that. Word up. That's a good message. You'll keep us up to date on Windy City Game Theater.
Yep.
When that happens, we will let the folks know.
Yeah.
We'll send those pictures up there.
You can start booking now. We are taking bookings.
You got Facebook and all that
Yeah,
for it as well?
we got
Okay.
Facebook and the website and all that.
So even though you had a couple of step backs, you're still moving forward with bookings now? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. That's
I
right.
mean, we're going to be open by next year,
Yeah.
which is like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Favorite dad jokes right there. You know, so.
All right. Well, on behalf of the second largest city's first daily news podcast, we appreciate our brother Bob coming on to talk to us about Windy
Thank
City
you.
Game Theater, being married for 19 years, and all kinds of cool stuff. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, I want to say, hold on. We got a minute for this.
Yeah, all right.
I got-
It's just like I saw the plane, I saw the landing gear start to like fall off of the plane, and then all of a sudden it's like pulling it back up, and like you're gonna go, where are we going now?
Well, I'm going to give a couple of shout outs right now
Okay.
to some of our new subscribers.
All right.
Yeah, we got a few new subscribers, so give me a second here. I'm gonna
Okay.
shout you guys out. Peter Aguilera, shout out. Thank you for subscribing to the page, sir. We really appreciate that. He subscribed a while ago. He's not a new subscriber, but for some strange reason, no matter how many new subscribers get added, when I just go to the subscriber list and it says new subscribers, Peter Aguilera is always at the top. Like recent subscribers. He subscribed a long time ago. Aurora Carlina, thank you for the subscription. Kevin Trudeau, Sean Morrissey, really appreciate you guys. Francis Lawrence, thank you very much. Vince Green, Willie Arrington, Nadia, and Chad. Thank you very much to our new subscribers. We really appreciate you guys out there. Much
Awesome.
love. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We ran a contest. We're going to probably do another one again. Got to see what's up with some gifts. That was a good one that day. Remember that? That was a lot of fun. And like us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And the second largest city's first daily news podcast. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, Thursday, for another great interview. Peace.